and the registrars. I think you, NRM, you have got some, the Wanyankole call them Emiguruko. Emiguruko is somebody who performs miracles of Kodio. Because this day, the 28th of February, happens to be the day when, together with the Tanzanian army, we captured Mbarara town, just on this very day. As I was getting ready in the morning to come, I remembered that at exactly 6:30, a Tanzanian commander, he was called Commander, and myself, we crossed that bridge in Mbarara when our forces were lined up at Mary Hill, those Mary Hill place, and we had fired, people had run away. So we crossed at 6:30, first light. So now, I don't know how you organized on this very day to come and launch a new attack. This was the 28th of February, 1979. In the Bible, because this is a big issue of strategy, I don't know how we are going to get everybody understand it. In the Bible, it says, rend ye your hearts, not just your clothes. Muyuzange mitima jamwe, si byambaro byamwe. Mutagure mitima yanyu, mureke kutagura byokujwara byonka. This was Jesus, you know, Jesus was a really big mobilizer. He knew how to simplify things for people and how to go for substance. The Jews apparently had a custom that when somebody dies, to show that they are unhappy, they would tear their clothes to show that they are mourning. And Jesus said, don't just tear your clothes. You tear your hearts. Let the pain be inside you, not just on the surface. So what they were saying here, what Jesus was saying was, understand, go deep. So therefore, you, the NRM, mobilization is good, holding meetings, holding rallies, and all that. Like in Kampala here, they have meetings in Parliament, go abroad to benchmark, imagine, benchmark. Benchmark about Rwachtura in London. Rwachtura is here, it's not in London. So all those efforts will be very easy if you go back to the NRM principles and you do not only Understand them yourself. The principles, those principles of the NRM are a diagnosis of the problems of Uganda. Those principles were first a diagnosis. What is this Uganda suffering from? And then a prescription. So therefore, as you mobilize, first of all, understand these principles very clearly yourself. That's why you, the leaders, must be different from the followers. A follower doesn't have to understand the depth of the matter. He needs a summary. Nze omukristo sidda kumanya bya Bible ennyo. I don't have to know everything about the Bible. Like my daughter now, she's a priest. One of my children. I have got the first priest in my home for the first time. For us who have been cattle keepers, we have not been in government matters. We just go there, come back to our cows. But now I have got a priest. One of my girls is a priest. And she's telling me things I didn't know. Because she's not a mere member of the Christianity like me. Me, I'm just a Christian. But for her, she's a cadre. She's a priest now. She's the one who told me, I didn't know that you remember that man, Jacob, the one who stole, you remember Jacob? Jacob has got some issues there. He was no, it was the other boy, Esau. Esau who stole Jacob. Jacob is the one who stole the birthright. He's a thief. Jacob was a thief. He stole the birthright of Esau. But somehow God later forgive him. I don't know why. He became a good person. So which means that if you repent, you can become a good person. Now, but all this time, you can imagine I've been reading the Bible for a very long time. Until my daughter wrote her book. And I read it to write a foreword for her. That's where I found that the descendants of Esau are not Jews. I didn't know that. That they separated, they became another group. I didn't know. You remember the other man, Lot, the one they call Lot, the one who made a boat or what? Huh? No, there was Ruti. Ruti did something else. I didn't know that he was not a Jew. So all these people, I have been told by my daughter that they became different people. I didn't know. I thought they were all Jews because I was not very deep. So this is the same with the politics. You, the cadres, you are the priests. You are not going to be like me, just a Mkristayo, a Verajirokumi, Nenkomao. You must go deep. That's why, therefore, it is crucial for you to understand the principles of the NRM, the 4 principles. Principle number 1, patriotism. I don't have time to go into them, but you know, you have heard about it, you know them. Principle number 2, Pan-Africanism. Principle number 3, socio-economic transformation. Principle number 4, democracy. Each one has got ensonga z'amaanyi mundeyo. Each one has got very, very serious issues behind the summary. Tomorrow, I will make a broadcast because in February I decided to go to review some work in the rural areas. I was in Ixozi meeting some groups there. Dr. Mona wanted me to come back here in the town for meeting. I said, Mundeke, you leave me. You have the meetings in Kampala. Then I did some work, which I will report tomorrow to the whole country. Now, in tomorrow's broadcast, I will address the issue of the socio-economic transformation, that principle. Because this is the one which affects the wananchi. Because the NRM was able to understand. Because if you ask Musa there, he's our chairman, but also Minister of Finance, Muntu Wabia Senti. He will tell you that the economy of Uganda is private sector led. Which is true. But the problem you have is that your followers, our members of the movement, may not know how to maneuver in the private sector-led economy. They may not know what to do. What do I do? That's why the colonialists were taking advantage of them by saying, you grow cotton. Why do I grow cotton? Because UK has got factories in Manchester. At that time, UK was the leader of textiles in the world. They needed cotton, so you grow it. And you grow coffee, because now America wants coffee. And we want copper in Chirembe. We set up Chirembe. Now, those enterprises were introduced not because of the analysis of the Ugandans or the families, but because of the interests of other people. So therefore, we, the NRM, right from the 1960s, have been taking the duty of helping in our political work. When you say political work, I am a leader. I am a leader. You are leading just to where or to Twarawa. That one will not help us. That's where now you get, there would really no work for the NRM. People would have all been very clear. But that oxensera to penetrate the people thinking, rend your hearts, not your clothes. Okutuuka ku ndowooza y'abantu is part of the problem. So therefore, NRM cadres, cadres, or your cadre, Mwaule, my daughter now is a cadre. In the Umukuru style, me, I'm just a follower. I just go to the church, stand up, sit down. I know Kataiskimu. I can recite them for you. But I end there. Deep, there are things I don't know. But you, the cadre, and these priests were able to convince us to join the church. So you, the cadre, you must go deep. So therefore, to launch this exercise, the work of okunyonyora, okusomesa, to sensitize our people must be the leading effort of you, the cadres. Tomorrow I will speak again about socio-economic transformation, because really this is the issue. If all the Ugandans know how to live well in the strategy of private sector-led growth, then NRM will have no work to do. You will see, I can bring you cadres who are now bringing money to the party instead of asking money from the party, because they have the money now. So they are the ones donating. They are there. And tomorrow I will give you proof of this work in the TV. My message tomorrow will be on the 4 sectors, will be on wealth creation. Because part of the problem you have in the country, from the beginning when we came into government, you could see that some people talk about wealth consumption, but they don't know much about wealth creation. This is our struggle, we as leaders, to teach every adult Ugandan, even the young people, to teach them how to create wealth. How to create wealth. Even the politics of tribalism, of what, religious sectarianism, is pushed by people who don't know anything about wealth creation. Because me, a wealth creator, I don't think about tribes. I am a cultural wealth creator. I produce beef. I produce milk. I produce bananas in all my farms. Those Banyankore, many of them don't buy my milk. They don't buy my beef. They don't buy my bananas because they also have the same. Therefore, the people who buy, if you go to Lyantonde and you stand there and you count how many lorries carrying matoke, carrying cows, carrying milk coming to Kampala, you will be amazed. It's a huge amount. So therefore, who are my supporters in terms of wealth creation? It is not the Banyankore. It is the other Ugandans in Kampala who do different things, who buy my milk, who buy my beef, who buy my bananas. That's why we say patriotism, love Uganda. When you hear people talking of tribes, those are parasites. Parasites. Either they don't understand because they are doing nothing, or they understand but they are parasites. They are the ones who talk about tribes, about religion, about Nzomulunzi, Nzomulimi, Nzombazi, omuvubi sirina budde bwa mawanga n'amadiini. I remember in the 1950s, Banyankole don't eat fish. The old ones, these ones have finished fishing the lakes. But the old Banyankole never ate fish, never ate ensonzi, mud fish. But in Ntungamo, we had a man called Rav Sharara, who was always catching these mud shows and putting them on spits, and put them there on the road. And people from Kampala would come and buy the shows. So the relationship between the producer of a good and the consumer of the same good has been clear even in the olden days. One part of the country produces something, it is consumed somewhere else. And this is why NRM said, you people, pay attention to patriotism. Love Uganda, because Uganda, you need it for your own good. It's better than just your tribal areas. The other time we checked, and we found that 18 buses were leaving Lira every day and coming to Kampala, full of langis. Those people come with money from Lango in their pockets. They don't come empty-handed. They come with money and spend it here in Kampala. In the shops, in the what. 18 buses. You check these movements every day. And each bus is carrying 70 people. How much is each person having on himself? So that's why the NRM analyzed this and said, you people, patriotism is the answer. Love Uganda. Why do you love Uganda? Because you need it. You know, that's how the Africans speak, as if they are not in a hurry. As if they were just seated. Ebikado nebituyitira ku Ebusoga. The Basoga started producing a lot of sugar cane and producing a lot of sugar. Then we found the internal market is not enough. We were producing, we had reached 700,000 tons. I think now it has come down a bit. And we were consuming only 320,000 here. So we had a surplus of 380,000 tons. So, who were saving us? Our neighbors, the East African countries. Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, Congo, South Sudan, and even farther. So that's why, therefore, the NRM said, for your prosperity, in order to ensure the prosperity of the people of Uganda, after patriotism, Pan-Africanism. Why Pan-Africanism? Because you need Africa for your own prosperity. That's why I really get surprised that the NRM Secretariat must be very aggressive, challenging the radios, this TV, they're talking nothing. You don't hear them talking about patriotism. You don't hear them talking about Pan-Africanism. So you wonder, where do these people think the future of our children is? The NRM insists on patriotism, on Pan-Africanism, because that is where the future of our children is. And the countries that have understood this, like the United States, when they got independence from Britain, they had 13 colonies. They united them to form the United States. They kept on adding on, and adding. They are now 50 or so territories. That's how the United States became the most powerful country on earth, although it is a young country. Neighboring, there is Latin America. Latin America is richer than the United States in water, the Amazon, in forests, in minerals, but people there are very miserable. You see them on the TV going from South America on foot, walking on foot, running away from poverty to the United States where there is prosperity. So therefore the question we have been asking Africans, you wonderful people, you leaders, excellency, this one, right honorable, honorable, fine, thank you so much. But what future do you have for your people? Do you want to build a Latin America in Africa or a United States of Africa in Africa? What is exactly your job as a leader? Nobody's bothered. Going to New York, California, why don't you get solution to your people? People talk of insurance, insuring cars, insuring radios, insuring. Me, I have no insurance. My insurance is Success of Uganda. I have never taken an insurance policy. What insurance have you done for our children and our grandchildren? By promoting tribalism and sectarianism of religion and tribes, by just sticking with these small units, Uganda, Republic of Uganda, Republic of this one. Is that the insurance you have for our children? So, therefore, this is not a new message, but since you have invited me here, I can't avoid pointing this to you. Mobilization of just meetings, that is rending our clothes. We must rend our hearts. Now, for the wealth creation, we have told you many times that the sectors are four. There is commercial agriculture with H.E. And that's what I'm going to demonstrate to you tomorrow when I speak in the TV. Commercial services, some of the people are involved in services. The transport, hotels, abayimbi, abakatemba, those are services. Those are services. The preachers, these who preach in the pastors, those are service providers. As we launch this register, we need to emphasize that the NRM is a party of Okchenura. Okchenura. This is, you know, that language of yours has a lot of words which are not in some of the other dialects. Okchenura, who can help us with Okchenura? Some of these Banyankore or former Banyankore.
Your Excellency,
He has tried. Who can do it better? Omushiki, the girl. These girls,
okuchenula kiramanyisa kuba nidde. Kuba nidde. Okwetaaga lamiga okuchenula. Okuchena, yes. Okuchena kiramanyisa obworo kuba nidde.
You say it in English.
To be poor. To be needy.
To be needy.
Yes. That's what it means.
Okay. This is Shonsho. Yeah. Brenda.
Barbara Navasa, coordinator to the region in the office of the president. Nichimanyisa okuiha muntu mboro okuchenura kuyamba muntu na kuye. Thank you.
They have narrowed it to poverty, but it's wider. Thank you very much. What's your name?
Navasa Barbara to regional coordinator.
Toro.
Regional coordinator.
Okay.
We appreciate you.
The last one.
We are doing well with Ajatina Miaru.
Navasa, what
you we are doing well.
His Excellency, Navanyata Judith Charles Makanyena, and Gambara, Witnivan. Okchena no kuba washango muntu ari omuchachenere. Nabasa kuba chenere. Arwire atine bujanja. Nabasa kubachenere ayino mwana atine school fees. Nabasa kubachenere ayombekerenza atine mabati.
Very good.
Nabasa kubachenere ayine famu atine mucho kurundiramu cyo kurisuzamu.
What's your name?
I'm called Kanyena Judith Charles.
Who?
Charles Judith Kanyena.
Kanyena. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, thank you. Go and sit. In Uganda, they have got a word obwetaavu, which means needs. In Nyankore also there's a similar word, ebyetengo. So those are equal. Obwetaavu, ebyetengo. But Abanyankore add on this other word, omcheno. It's not just material lack. You may lack, as she was saying, you may lack medical care. You may lack, I may have overgrown hair. What I need is a razor blade to shave my head. So, but if I have got a bald head, like me who has got a bald head, it's warat. That is no longer omucheno, because it is irreversible. So this one now is obremu. Is a disability. So if you are looking for people of disability, including the bald-headed, because their need is irreversible. You cannot kuchenura. You cannot solve that. So, emicheno is a need that is solvable, but is not solved because nobody has bothered to solve it. This is the emicheno. That's why it is different from obwetavu, from yetengo. So therefore, the NRM party is a party which came with the principle of understanding people's micheno, their needs, which are solved, which have got a potential solution, but it has not either been identified, or if identified, not implemented, and then the NRM resolves to remove those needs. That's why I call it a party of okuchenura, to identify people's micheno and solve them through work, not through donations or what. These mistakes you are making of using your own pocket to try and run a constituency, this is a very big mistake. Yeah. What you need to do is to help those people know how to okwechenura to solve their problem. So this message must be very clear to all our members. Repeat it. We have said it before, but repeat it, please. Now, finally, the Secretary General told you about the exercise itself. He told you about the other person, the technical person told you about the details. What these people have done, I gave them support, I gave them money. And they went to what happened? The list is, repeat that list. These books have got a list of who?
We have corrected and collected the registration that we did in the past.
Of the NRM members?
Of the NRM members. Initially, in the book, we had close to 17 million members. But after doing this verification and auditing the list, we came up with authentic 11 million, 11.4 that we now have, and we are taking back to the grassroots.
Oh, so these are NRM members?
NRM members.
Not the other bigger electoral commission of Uganda?
No.
Yeah. So these are the names of the people who were previously registered as NRM members, village by village. The villages are 72,000 of them in the whole country. Why were they 17 million? It was because of duplication, what? I think some people were also, I don't know, those 17 million were what? What did you find out? What was the problem? The expert.
His Excellency, I'm Kenneth Kelvin Otto. What we found out from the 17 million, there was a lot of duplication, a lot of rush was done to collect the work, and also a lot of people had sneaked in names of non-NRM members.
Oh, they had registered non-NRM members?
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
So we were able to verify.
And how did you identify the non-NRM members?
First of all, from the duplication, we realized there are members who are put without full details. Someone is just having one name, no name, and we could not verify who they are. So those ones were removed, because if you have someone with a name as just Kenneth in a village without any verification, you cannot count him as a member.
So the 11.4 million are people who have got full names?
Full names.
Identification cards. What else?
The date of birth. Some have phone numbers.
Some have phone, but not everybody.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, this is a good nucleus, because the whole exercise is very democratic. Each book, which like this one they showed here, is sent back to the village. From the 13th of February to the 17th of March, the village people check, because the village people are there. There is a registrar in each. Where are these registrars? At the local level.
Your Excellency, we have registrars in all the 72,000 villages.
So there is a registrar in each village?
And they are supervised by parish registrars in all the parishes.
And they are all there?
Yes, they are there.
Okay. So this is the person. First of all, he himself is from that village, or herself, she's from that village. So she knows many of the people. But the people are also free to go there and all of them check. If they find anybody missing, they bring it up and add him. There's space. They add him in ink. There's space provided. If there's somebody who is known or who was, because this man said that one of the reasons for removing names was to say, I am Museveni only. Then these people who were cleaning the register, Museveni who, add the names. So now in this case, when it goes back, my name is not there. People in my village will say, why? Where is Museveni's name? Now this time they will put my full names, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni to Buhaburwa. And so on. So the register is now in the hands of the village NRM members. Now, when I met the secretariat, there was the issue of the people who are coming from other parties. That one we discussed it a lot, and we said that if the village people, what is our final stand on that one? You come and summarize it.
We discussed, and there were 2 points. One, we realized that for someone who could have crossed from another party to NRM, such a person would already be doing NRM work in that village. He would not wait for the time that we are registering, then he comes to say, I'm now registering. But we decided that we allow the village committee of the party, the executive committee members, the 5 of the village, to sit and on the day of the registration, the last day of the registration, where we are expecting a baraza, a village assembly, such a name is presented to the assembly to decide whether so and so who has just crossed from another party should be added onto our register from that village.
So what is the cutoff point? Kubanga bano kyebagamba nti ono omuntu alina okuba alaze okumala akaseera nti awagira alinaffe wadde akyali mu wadde yali. So the question, I'm trying to put it in our languages here. Is it that I should have shown for some time now that I really want to change to NRM, yes, and the villagers confirm, yes, my attitude?
Yes.
What if Bobby Wine comes and says now, today?
That will be questionable. Because like in Kampala, we got information that some of them would like to come at that time to register to participate in our internal activities. So that is why we have put that measure.
There we need to be clear. These last minute conversions, last minute, he has been anti-NRM all the time. Now he comes, last message now, from today. Tango Doi, you clarify that point so that we are not confused.
Your Excellency, first of all, as a party, we are not in a rush to get everybody in. If you say you are in a DP, in village activity.
Chisoko, you people who have never heard of Chisoko, this is the village of Tangadoi.
And the moment the people, they pronounce that you have crossed, those villagers have the right to say, we are not sure or we are sure. Out of that, we said we must go very, very, very carefully. We must be careful about those crosses.
So then why, let's not confuse our people.
Yes.
Should be those, because it is true there are people who are already very friendly with the NRM. Like, for instance, Mao. Mao is already working with me, with the NRM. People like some of the UPC people, like Akena and Amongi and others, they are, if they want to come, I can come as a witness and say, these people, I know their attitude is a positive attitude. So therefore, I think to allow those last minute people is not wise. What is wise is to allow only those whom you, the villagers, can confirm that they have a positive attitude for some time. So I think that should be very clear, made very clear in the guidelines. Because I hear there are plans by the opposition to swamp, to invade and then distort our primaries. Be careful. We are not in a rush, only because when I was going, Mr. Kaguta and Mama Esteri, 1947, I was also following them. I was almost 3 years. We were coming from the old religion of the Banyankore to join the new religion of Christianity. I had to come with Abema, they are called Abema. Godfathers, godmother. So we guarantee that this is a reliable Christian who is coming. So Abecharo, the villagers, you must be the Bema, village member, NRM. You must, the village NRM members must be the Bema. I don't know, Umuruganda bakita batya? Abayima. Okay. Of these people. The whole village conference, not just one person. The whole village baraza must agree that oyo tumukaka soyo. If I say I mukakasa, the majority say no, muleke. Am I distorting your guidelines? The village assembly in its entirety must agree.
Yes, Your Excellency. That one we know is genuine. If I think is good, but others are not convinced, katumuleke. For now, this is not the end of the world. Nature, Nordako, he can always come. But let's safeguard what we have. So with these few words, now, but finally, you know that this Banyankore, some of them used to eat ensenene. Even now they eat them, and enzige, locusts. So the other times when the locusts came, I was telling you, these people are joking. The Banyankore can eat them. So when the locusts came, I think in 1937, a woman went carrying a baby on her back, went into the papyrus swamp to catch the locusts. And she was very excited in catching the locusts. This Ebitogo papyrus, if it is broken, it has got a sharp skin. It's like a knife. So when she was catching the senene, the locust enzige, she had some liquid oozing on her back.
and she thought it was sweat. So after she had captured the nzige and filled her basket, she did like this and it was blood. The papyrus had cut the throat of the child whom she was carrying on the back. Then she said, "Kanizengune tu yebere shagama." I thought it was sweat, kumbe it is blood. Now, some people, they go into this politics and they play a game. They think it is a sweat, but you can find that it is blood. This is because, like what I've been hearing, that a registration officer can refuse to register NRM members because he suspects that they support Dombo instead of supporting the other one. And you refuse to register them. Or you register opposition people so that you allow the opposition to infiltrate our register. This in law is called fraud. For you think it is politics, you think it is sweat, but it is fraud. Omusango fraud. What is the case of fraud? The lawyer. Do we have a lawyer? What happened to the lawyer?
Your Excellency, fraud is a serious case and you can be in prison for up to 7 years.
Aha. Miaka musanvu, mukomera, 7 years in prison. So therefore, because nobody has followed up, I want you this time, you the chairman, and all the other people, to be machokari, to be machowazi, to be vigilant. Anybody committing fraud, he will have to go to jail. 7 years. Because you may think this is a party matter, not government matter. The law covers everybody, whether you are doing work for the government or for the party, or if you steal my cow, what is the imprisonment for stealing my cow? I'm a private citizen, you steal my cow, what is the imprisonment?
Your Excellency, it is generally the same amount of time. It varies, but the maximum period is about 7 years.
Of how many?
It varies, but up to 7 years.
Yes.
Your Excellency.
Stealing.
Yes, Your Excellency.
Yes. So some people, so please, the registrars, please, I don't want my people to go to jail to hear that my registrar is so and so place is in jail for 7 years. 7 years, miaka mingi banange. With these few words, I launch the exercise and I wish everybody good luck. Thank you.
A round of applause. Your Excellency, we are also going to request you to move to take a picture on the press banner. A picture with the press banner, and then the models are also going. His Excellency will take a picture alone.
Sebo H.E President waffe, Vice President, First National Vice Chairman.